Hello, das ist mich, Weiter Krieger. And today we're going to talk about something I can't believe happened. So here we are. I got a new bike and I got it for free. And I'm speechless. Like, check it out. It is, I think, a 2005. I'm not really sure about the year model, but it's a Apollo Orion 007 125. The bike runs good. It's a stout little engine. I'm impressed by a Chinese bike. Like, seriously, I've always rode Japanese bikes, and when I was a kid, I never really heard of Chinese bikes. You know, now that I'm older, of course, I see them quite a bit, but I always just heard all the bad rumors saying they're garbage. But I gotta tell you, this bike is powerful to be a little bitty bike that it is. I mean, yes, it's not like a super power bike, you know, it's just a little 125 pit bike. It's what you kind of can expect, but it's got plenty of pulling power. It pulls me up these hills no problem, and I'm 220 pounds. And I mean, it's amazing. And of course, let me tell y'all the story. So, first I was trying to get a little girl and my little boy a bike. And the boy, I got his bike first. So he already started practicing riding and stuff. He's already getting good. His sister, on the other hand, had to borrow his bike to learn on a little bit here and there. And since she was liking it, I was like, well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get her a bike too. So while waiting on her a bike, this man that moved up the road from me said that he had a little 50. And, you know, I was like, okay. He said, I'll let you borrow it and let her learn how to ride and stuff like that until you got her bike, and then you can just give it back to me when you're done. I was like, okay, cool. Well, time passes. I didn't hear or see from him. So he happens to one night, just a couple weeks back, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he come by my house and said, man, I got that bike at my house if you're still interested. I said, well, I already got the little girl her bike now, which reviews are coming on both those bikes in the future. But I was like, well, I already got her bike. I don't need it now. I said, but I appreciate it though, you know. I don't know what my angle of the GoPro is right now. I'm on a little stick without the screen or nothing. I have the mod finally, so I hope the microphone is picking me up really good. But anyway, otherwise this whole video part will be a waste. And you know how I don't really like to edit my videos. I'm kind of lazy about that. But anyway, so he swings by and he says he's got the bike. He said he just ain't seen me around. So he said he didn't want to intrude or nothing like that, which is respectable. So he swung by and he talked to me about it. And I said, well, that's fine. I already got the little girl her bike. He said, look, man, he said, 2 years ago, rebuilt the full carburetor and all of this stuff. And I was like, okay. And he was like, he said, I'll tell you what, he said, I brought it back to my house and I tried to crank it. He said, it won't crank. He said, and I don't really have time to mess with it, so I'll just give it to you. I said, are you sure? He's like, yeah, man. And all of this is just sounding kind of too good to be true. Next day comes by. I didn't hear from him, didn't see him. Then the next day after that, my family wakes me up and says, get up, he's out here. I hurry up and run out the door. I put my clothes on, run as fast as I can out the door. He's leaving. I don't see nothing in my yard. And then when I'm coming back to my house, I see this. And I'm like, I mean, oops, selfie stick sucks. Dude. Anyway, this weird GoPro pole thing that I'm using. Anyway, we'll tap the back of the screen. Yeah, so I tried to kick on it a little bit, check the spark plug, and I was like, you know, she's a dirty girl right now. I checked the spark plug and stuff like that, and I was like, well, I was like, it wants to start. So I was like, it sounds like it's a carburetor. So I went my brother gave me a Chinese four-wheeler for free, and I never got around to fixing it, which is a plan of mine in the future to fix that little Chinese four-wheeler. I might just go ahead and put a new motor on it, since you can get a new motor for these things about $500. So I was like, okay. So ripped off the carburetor off that four-wheeler and kicked it one time and it fired right up. The only thing that's wrong with this carburetor is there's a hose that was supposed to go from the old carburetor to this little place right here, then it split off and went here. And that's the only thing that's missing from it right now. The only things I've replaced on it so far was the grips. And then I put a new inner tube in the front, and then just the other day I had to put an inner tube in the back because, and where it wasn't holding much air, and I was riding it anyway, it spun the valve stem off. So yeah, that's just maintenance stuff that I should have took care of, that I knew was wrong, but I was being lazy about it, procrastinating. So since I got this bike for free, one of my plans is to fix it up, make it look really nice. I want to turn it into a nice little pit bike. So there's that. So in the future, expect it to maybe change colors in plastic. Expect it to, oh yeah, they already put in the pipe on it. The people that had it, they already put a little slip on. I don't know about the headers, but that looks factory. And the lever's broke right here. The front brake, I can still squeeze it with one finger barely, so there's that. The brakes still work pretty good. Of course, I'm going to wind up putting a better chain and sprocket on it. The tires that are on it, to be Chinese brand tires, they're pretty good at gripping. What was I going to show y'all? There was something else I was going to show y'all. The gas tank don't lock, which I don't like. If it's got a locking gas tank, it should lock. Oh yeah, they put a new ignition in it. It's something else that I noticed they did to it, whoever had it first. Here's something I love about this bike. The gearing on most Chinese bikes all the way down is neutral. This one's got neutral in the middle of first and second gear, so it's more like a Japanese bike as far as putting it in neutral and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I mean, she's a dirty girl. I need to wash her. But the scary thing about, I learned from experience of a 90, a Taotao 90 that my nephew had, was every time we would wash it, or every time it would just rain and we'd be riding or whatever and it just start raining, is it would get water in the magneto and in the CDI. So let me get my phone in my pocket. I'm going to try to hold on to the selfie stick and do a quick little ride review, I guess. Probably not a ride review, but I might set the camera down and do like a quick little lean into the turn kind of ordeal. Cool thing is I really don't have to crank it, like give it gas to crank it. It's just a habit I have. gonna do is set the camera up. I'm gonna have to do some edits for this part of the video, but who knows? Maybe I'll crash and y'all get to laugh. But I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a kicking it around the turn right here. Let's see where the GoPro's sitting. That looks pretty good right there, I think. All right, here we go. Second gear, this bike pulls just so good. Like it don't even act like I'm on here. Another thing I wanted to show y'all real quick is the suspension is stiff, and it holds me really good. Like I said, I'm 220 pounds and it holds me good. Like, this is crazy. But anyway, I'm already on a bad start with this hill too. I'm about to slide off the seat a little bit. But it's going in tight because my butt's falling off the seat. I don't know if y'all can see right now. I know it's kind of dumb of me to come and sit the camera like this and still small. But a lot of this y'all probably won't even hear me. And I have to edit it out anyway. But while we're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments. Help my videos improve, help my channel improve, help me grow. Right now, the way things are going, it's going to be hard to maintain a job. So, and I know a lot of y'all that watch my videos, my YouTube channel, are more conservatives than liberals, I guess. I'm assuming. But let's see what we get here. I'm going to try to bomb it in second gear just to see if it'll pull me all the way to the top in second. And that's what we're going to go with right here. Put that in second gear. Let's go back to the field and talk about it some more. Again, this review probably turned out horrible where I'm getting stung about holding stuff. But this is a good way to test out the Hero 8, right? The GoPro Hero 8 for stabilization. This is a good way to test that, yeah? So, let's see what we get. I'll probably take a big stop and watch my footage and make sure that people record my voice, especially in this spot right here. This little hill might be hard to hold on to the bike and try to hold the camera at the same time, so I might have to put my arm down and go, ooh, 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 ooh. So, if y'all can hear me while the bike is riding, then that'd be great. But let's see. I couldn't hit neutral. I was trying to hold on to the camera. This bike you definitely don't want to dry shift. You can tell the bike don't want to be dry shift. So, yeah, that's why you see these little dangly cords hanging off my helmets, because this is the microphone for my GoPro. I could just mount up and ride, or take a quick ride. That actually sounds like a pretty good idea. But like I said, take a moment, like, subscribe, and comment to this video. Help my channel grow. You know, due to the pandemic and all this that's going on, it don't look like the future of employment is going to be very good for people right now. I got my microphone. Let's go ahead and take this video to the actual bike and just ride and talk to y'all for a